May the best man win. But this sport is something that you can't play with. Boxing is something that you can't play with.
100% disrespectful. This is a clown fight. This is a more clown fight than the Jake Paul Mike Tyson.
So that Pacquiao is going to look horrible.
Manny Pacquiao has received a severe warning from Floyd Mayweather over his fight with Mario Barrios, stating that boxing is not a game to play. Analysts agree with him, citing Pacquiao's lackluster performance in his most recent bout. Most returning boxers struggle, and triumphs are more like infrequent miracles than anticipated results. Therefore, comebacks rarely end well.
We're left, ready to go again, working with Freddie Roach. I feel like I'm back in 2010, the Wayback Machine. Pacquiao looked pretty good in some of the videos that I saw, like he wasn't in horrible shape, but he is 46 years old, going up against a guy that is more than a decade younger than him in Mario Barrios. Bob Arum, in the same interview, he said that he was worried about Manny Pacquiao. This is a guy that promoted Pacquiao for most of his professional career, not promoting this fight against Barrios, but he said he is concerned for Pacquiao going into this fight. Do you have concerns about Pacquiao going in?
No, I don't have concerns. And look, I can post a video and look good for 10 seconds right now. Just like when Mike Tyson looked like a killer when he was promoting the Jake Paul fight. You writers and you guys with the non-boxing, I need to get those videos out of your head, because they're just clips. Anyone could look good for that long. I can train you to look good for 10 seconds. It'll be pretty hard, but I can train you to look good for 10 seconds on video. So don't worry about that. I look, Bob Arum knows what he's talking about, because it's the legs that's going to get to Pacquiao, not the power, not the explosive speed in front of a heavy bag. But whenever you're in front of an opponent and he's going to be moving around, it's the legs that are going to fail you. They're going to betray you. The power's not going to betray you. That lasts until the very end. His punch resistance, that's not going to betray him, because that never goes. Speed, and it's because you rely on your legs. That's the thing that goes at age. So at 46 years old, Manny Pacquiao's not going to have zero legs.
If Manny Pacquiao fights Mario Barrios, analysts are extremely concerned about his health. In the cruel and violent sport of boxing, fighters frequently sustain severe injuries, particularly when they are coming out of retirement. Pacquiao hasn't engaged in professional combat for 5 years, and the physical strain and pain of the ring may be too much for his body to handle. Experts worry that as he ages and becomes less active, he may be more susceptible to long-term harm. There are significant concerns regarding Pacquiao's health in this fight, because history demonstrates that many retired boxers who return to the ring face considerable health hazards, including with concussions and long-term brain impairments.
What's the worst case scenario? Someone gets seriously hurt. Someone has like life-altering injuries, and that could happen in boxing. We've seen this. Manny Pacquiao isn't immune to this. He's been knocked out. He's been hit. He's not Floyd, who has been hardly hit. Like, he's been knocked out cold. I thought when he got knocked out by Marquez, I thought he died. It was that scary. Yeah. Remember that one? So
I do.
Ultimately, I'm most surprised that if it hasn't been officially announced, if it lands in Nevada or California, I'll be very surprised and dare I say
Ricky Hatton, a former world champion, laughed at Manny Pacquiao's choice to resume boxing professionally after a 5-year break. Hatton saw the current state of boxing as uncertain and questioned Pacquiao's reasoning for entering a genuine world title bout so soon after his lengthy hiatus. Hatton hopes Pacquiao is uninjured, but he thinks there are a lot of concerns about the timing and circumstances of this comeback.
Mario Barrios for the WBC title, a number of years out of the ring. What do you make of it?
Well, one, I hope he doesn't get hurt. I think there's every chance he could do. Secondly, I think how has he got to a world title shot? 5th in the world, imagine if he was number 1 and 2 in the division and trained all your life to get there, and then Manny comes in after being retired 5 years or whatever it is, and goes into number 5 in the division. Boxing these days.
Few fighters in history have achieved the exploits that Manny Pacquiao has, making him an undisputed 8-division world champion. However, both fans and commentators have criticized his decision to come back and try to win another world title. Many people think Pacquiao's legacy is already set and wonder if it would be wise to jeopardize his reputation and health by competing at the highest level once again. A large portion of the criticism is focused on worries that his age and extended absence may impair his effectiveness, thereby damaging the reputation of a renowned legend.
Common sense, like being a world champion means you are the best in the world. You are the champion of this world at your weight class. We all know right now, at least to me, it's common knowledge that that's Jerome Boots Ennis. At 147, he is the best in the world. But he doesn't hold all 4 belts, so he is only one of the 2 or 3, I guess now, world champions. Doesn't make sense to me, and especially when now you're the WBC and you're like, yeah, let's bring in Manny Pacquiao to potentially win a world championship. And let's say he pulls it off by some miracle. Are we going to put Manny Pacquiao in there with Boots Ennis? Is that what we're going to do? I hope not. And again, this is not me trying to be a hater. It's just, I don't want to see Manny get hurt. And Barrios, you know, not the biggest puncher in the world, but he can hurt it badly. He is a volume puncher, and he will be in there against a guy that, again, isn't a natural 147. Even if he finished his career at 147, that's not where Manny was his best self. And he's definitely going to be at a massive size disadvantage here. Height, reach, everything. Again, when Manny was in his prime, or, you know, honestly, when he was still in his late 30s and early 40s before he retired, he could have handled that. The speed was still there. The consistency was still there. He wasn't running for political office and doing all this other stuff and taking time off. We see this time and time again. When a boxer retires, takes a long time off, and then comes back, it usually, again, outside of George Foreman, rest in peace to the GOAT, it usually doesn't go well. And I don't think this is going to either. And it's clear to me that this is done for, you know, a staging of an event versus the actual competitive nature of the fight. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong and that Manny still has it, but I'm just going to go with what makes the most sense. The WBC and whoever they partner with on this is going to try to sell tickets off of it. Okay, that's fine, but what's the point of the belt if this is the match? What are you saying as the WBC to all the actual contenders that you have ranked at welterweight for?
Some pundits have even gone so far as to claim that Pacquiao's comeback is more insulting to boxing than even well-known celebrity bouts, like as Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. The sentiment is based on the idea that these comeback fights put money and show above real athletic combat. Pacquiao's fight with Mario Barrios, according to critics, may devalue championship bouts and let down fans who anticipate serious elite contests.
Shit, disrespectful. This is a clown fight. This is a more clown fight than the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. This is an outrage. People should be up in arms about this fight. This is so disrespectful. Barrios loses this fight, he should quit boxing. You let Manny Pacquiao, an old dude who stopped boxing, and then you're his first fight back? You are disrespectful as a champion.
In their analysis of previous fights, pundits highlight Floyd Mayweather's remarkable feat of taking on Pacquiao in spite of their disparate weight classes. Max Kellerman, a sports analyst, emphasized how Pacquiao was able to gain weight without sacrificing his speed or agility. This historical background gives the current debate more depth by highlighting how different Pacquiao's peak was from the current situation, while also recognizing his former ability to overcome the obstacles.
Who would your top 5 be?
Sugar Ray Robinson.
Number 1?
Yeah, and then pound for pound. See, Pacquiao he started as a flyweight champ. Not just he started his career there. He was the champion at flyweight and then moved up. There are so many divisions between flyweight and junior middleweight where he also won a belt. Even the fact that he could compete with Floyd Mayweather, who's a naturally bigger guy and one of the greatest pure boxers. Pacquiao's overall body of work, you could have him second pound for pound behind Sugar Ray Robinson.
How come I'm watching highlights of him knocking people out though, as little as he is, man?
That dude, it's the calves, man. He's got those fast twitchies and those big calves jump in on you and generate a lot of power. Crazy hand speed and power from a southpaw. Really awkward, hard to beat, lightning fast. Pacquiao was all that.
Unexpectedly, Manny Pacquiao has stated that he would be open to a rematch with Floyd Mayweather, although one that would take place as an exhibition rather than a professional bout. Pacquiao has said he would be willing to fight Mayweather if he is willing. This implies Pacquiao's desire to participate in well-known fights, perhaps appreciating the financial and entertainment value just as much as the competitive legacy.
A exhibition now, later on down the line.
Oh, why not? Why not? If he's willing to
have a rematch with me, then
an exhibition.
I'm okay with that. So
An exhibition. How does it go now? This time around, obviously, it's been quite a few years since you guys got in the ring.
It's okay. An exhibition with a decision.
The decision, not just exhibition.
Yeah.
So for how long do you
exhibition with a
Carl Frampton, a former boxer and boxing expert, was blunt about Pacquiao's choice. He referred to the bout as a joke and a folly, suggesting that there would be considerably more harm to Pacquiao's reputation and health than good. Frampton's scathing criticism reflects a larger worry in boxing circles, that returning veterans frequently put themselves in danger for financial rather than athletic reasons.
The joke, really. There's the thought. It's an absolute joke. I love Manny Pacquiao. Love everything about him. An all-time great in terms of what he's done previous, but that doesn't entitle you to just walk back in after 6 years and get a number 4 ranking with the WBC and fight for a world title. What about all the other guys that are waiting around? It's wrong. We seen Manny Pacquiao fight an exhibition against a kickboxer in his last fight, and kickboxers can't box, right? I've seen world champion kickboxers coming and sparring boxers. They can't box. They can kick, but they can't, and they can kick and box a little bit. They can't really box, and Manny didn't look great. I mean, yep, I don't know. The WBC, I think we have a lot of time for him, Richie O'Sullivan, but I think it's a mistake, really do, and they should be quite embarrassed allowing a 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao straight in for a world title.
I believe that concludes today's video. Until the next time, stay tuned.